All right, all right, all right. Ten games over 500. Gotta be honest. They ignore me for more help. Do that. Mr. Gabe, how are you? Wait a minute. Are you sure you're Gabe or are you Cody? Or are you Santa Claus? I am in Discord if you care to join. So are you among the millions of people that are getting the college football game? Are you going to try to make are you going to try to make Maryland a good team? So you're not going to do dynasty mode? Could have fooled me the other night when we were watching the Orioles get killed by the Cubs. Yeah, I was about done with Cedric after that game until today. He somewhat redeemed himself. I mean, I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna say he completely redeemed himself. I was gonna let you set the lineup. I can't let you. I can't let you set the lineup. Remember, that's for channel members only. Did you know that? Did you know that back in the early days of baseball, that's where players got their jersey numbers was based off their spot in the lineup. Well, no, I'm just talking about your hitters. The hitters wore jersey numbers 1 through 9. All right, let's see if we can sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks with Gabe's favorite pitcher on the mound, Cole Irvin.
Leading off for Arizona,
Oh,
the
it's
right fielder, number 7,
Mother's Day, pink bats.
Corbin Carroll.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Feels weird to me that we just finished a 1-5 homestand, yet we're still a game up in the division. Yeah, we're struggling too, so I wouldn't throw. I'm pretty sure that's the first. I'm pretty sure that's the first series we've lost to a AL East team
Marte.
since like the beginning, the first series last year.
Ball.
I demoted Jackson Holiday to call up Connor Norby.
Yeah. 0-1's the count.
By the way, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Apparently, Elias said that after the All Star break, Jackson Holiday will start playing center field.
Leading off for the Orioles, the
So, see, it
shortstop,
appears Pigtown might have been right about next time you see Jackson
homestand.
Holiday in the majors, it would be as our center fielder.
0-1. Hey. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, no,
Out.
Adley Rutschman.
I don't see him trading Mullins because Mullins' value's got to be at an all-time low. Like, yeah, he's
Ah. I got a ball, 1 strike.
could move
That's ball
Mullins to
2.
the bench, use him as a late inning speed guy that you could put in all three outfield positions. They'll they'll never put it. They'll never put him in right field. They'll put him in left field. They'll put him in center field. They'll never put him in right field.
Count's full. Hey. He's out. Hey.
I think
1-1.
I, I would not say it's garbage. I don't think it's as good as their record. They have they have without a doubt the worst outfield defense in baseball.
He's out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Ball.
Well, I mean, I do think I objectively I do think the Yankees have overachieved.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. I got 3-2.
Ooh,
No, that's a ball. Take your base.
he's a starter, but he's been a reliever his entire career. This is his first year as a starter, so he doesn't have high stamina like most
Foul
starters
ball.
do. You've had him on your fantasy
Ball
team
1.
all season. You know he's a starter.
Ball.
So the reason it
2
says
balls.
starter and reliever is he's been a reliever his entire career. So he came into the season eligible at reliever. But now that they've converted him to a starter, once especially in fantasy baseball, once you make X amount of starts, you get, or if you're a starter that gets moved to the bullpen, once you make X amount of relief appearances, you get starter or reliever eligibility. Which, because we have daily lineup changes, doesn't really matter to us all that much. If we only set our lineup once a week, like most fantasy leagues, then those sparfs, what they call them, is what would be more valuable because say you were facing me and you wanted to get an extra starter in the lineup
0-2 is the count.
or get an extra, you could throw Garrett Crochet in a reliever position.
Ball 1.
But like I said, that doesn't matter all that much because we play in a league that has daily lineup changes, so we never have to
That's a ball.
really worry about that.
2-2 the count.
Santander with a home run. I thought that was going to end up being a double. As soon as I heard it, I looked to see if he was available in fantasy, but somebody already had him. But if that's the going relief rate for relief pitching, it's going to be hard. I can't see like they gave up. The Royals gave up one of their better prospects and their first round pick in this draft.
Batting
Like
sixth,
that's
the left fielder, Colton Cowser.
that's a well, yeah, because nobody wants us to give up any of our prospects.
Ball 1.
I would rather, if you ask me, out of the big name prospects that we have, and I know nobody's going to agree with me here, I'd rather get like gun to my head. If you said you
Batting
had to give up
seventh,
one of the
the
three,
third baseman,
Mayo, Kerstad, or
Connor
Jackson,
Norby.
I'm giving up Jackson. I would rather have Mayo and Kerstad than Holiday.
Hey! No balls, 2 strikes. Ball in. Ball, that's out.
I think somehow, some way,
3.
I don't know how. I think Mayo starts the second half of the season on the roster with the Orioles.
Yeah. 0-1. Hey! One
But you
ball,
should go back
2
and watch
strikes.
my last stream and like try to do it on like a desktop so you can see the chat. He kept like number one, half of what Cody says never makes sense. But he kept talking like you and him are the same person. Like I was like, yeah. Well, the other weird thing was he was like he kept when he kept that. I said all I said was he's like, where's Gabe? I said I don't know. Maybe Gabe's at work. He might be doing something with his family. I don't know where he is. He says, well, I have a family too. Well, okay. You said like,
Hey!
hey Gabe, how dare you spend time with your family or go to work instead of being in my streams? How could you?
Ball, that's just out.
Just a hunch.
Hey!
Now batting, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
That's out.
You know that baseball players have had some of the strangest injuries I've ever seen. Like, yeah, one guy fall through his sliding glass door trying to bring in groceries. Yeah,
That's outside.
let's see. And I'm sure you've heard about the two of the strangest injuries in Orioles history, haven't you? Let's see. Sammy Sosa went on to the IL the year we had him because he threw out his back sneezing. And then, do you remember Marty Cordova? So this guy went into a tanning
Safe.
salon, right? Apparently, um, the report was stark naked. Um, he went into a tanning salon to get an all over tan, if you get what I'm saying. Fell asleep and ended up on the IL with second degree burns on his body. Good Lord, the All-Star break hasn't even started. And you ready?
Ball one.
I am not hitting well with Gunnar Henderson in my franchise.
Ball that's outside. Oh, one's the count.
He could very easily get traded and put Mayo at third. Very few. Okay, I understand you don't get a chance to play often for us, but he's a Gold Glove
Now
quality
batting,
fielder.
the designated
Who
hitter,
wouldn't want that?
Ryan
We may not get
O'Hearn.
much in return for him, but that trade wouldn't be about necessarily the return. That trade would be made about making room for Mayo, because then you slide Westberg over to second base. Or I've heard some reports that Mayo could play second base.
Ball.
We're not going to get anything for him anyway.
Three.
Oh, Urban, looking good, looking sharp. Now, Mayo, I understand. Mayo may be able to hit the crap out of the ball, but he's not going to be the world's greatest defensive player. Right. You know what Brandon Hyde says, right? With great power comes great responsibility.
Now batting, designated hitter, Blaze Alexander.
You know that wasn't actually Brandon Hyde that said that, right? That, that's from Spider-Man. We all know you're crazy.
Aye.
Remember, he says you're not a friend, you're an acquaintance.
Three.
Aren't you the nicest man in the world? Oh, I forgot that's Maddie. I didn't. I didn't say you weren't a nice person. I said Maddie's the nicest person in the world. And you know what the impressive thing about Maddie being the nicest person in the world is?
0-1.
He's a Yankees fan, and most Yankees fans I know are a-holes,
Off the plate,
with
ball
the
1.
exception of him and State.
Ball 2. Inside, ball 3. He's out.
That's a good song. Blame it on the
That's a
rain.
ball.
You know the rain don't care.
Hey! 1-1. Ball 2. Three balls, 1 strike.
So when are we going to pull off our blockbuster? You give me Gunnar Henderson trade? Why not? I've offered you the sun, the moon, the stars.
3.
I basically have already done that.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. Foul ball. Nope. That's
No, because
inside.
now you got me curious. It's all season you said absolutely not. I'm curious. What package in your eyes would it take?
Hey! 2. 2 balls, 2
I'm not
strikes.
even saying I definitely would do it. I just want to know what package in your eyes would it take?
Hey! 0-1's the count.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See? But I just told you I would do it, and you just said no. So you wouldn't actually do it.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm going to laugh when you forget to email Amos your keepers and you don't keep Gunnar Henderson.
Outside, that's a ball.
Well, he wasn't the only one that. Hold on.
You're out.
Hold on. There's.
Out. 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 You're out. 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 You're out. 3.
Now pitching for the Orioles,
Out.
number 49.
Out. You're out. Out. 3. Out. 3. You're out. Out.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks,
3.
number 63. Justin
3.
Martinez. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks. Number
You
38.
just reminded me of something I got to tell you in a second.
Zero. Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 55. Dylan.
Ball four. Take your base. You're out.
Give me a second.
Three.
What time you got, by the way?
Ball four. Take your base. Three.
If we're still on here at 8 o'clock, let me, or like 7:45, let me know. No, I have to go pick up you know who.